Alright, hello, this is Marie Diaries and I'm here to do a video, alright, but before I get into this video and this reading, my spirit guides, my angels, my archangels, my ancestors of the highest white light, I ask that you come in and guide me, protect me always, 24/7, 365. I ask that you give me the clearest view of this video and this reading through any of the cards or anything that I decide to use to have in my hands. I ask that you immediately return any and all of the negative energies from people, places, and things, including ill will, intent, negative intent, etc. I ask that it immediately, permanently goes back to wherever, whomever, wherever it needs to go, people, places, and things. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you. So, as I do, alright, when I'm going, when I'm out and about, now trying to do what I gotta do, I'm always getting some type of signs or messages from spirit or my spirit team, spirit guides, all right. But I wrote it down, so this is the top part. So I wrote it down, but I wrote up in the corner in red. It's very light, but I wrote in red that I got 2 yeses and 3 nos. So I'm not going to do a reading on everything that I wrote down because for whatever reason I'm not to do a reading on that everything that I wrote down. And then it may be that everything that I wrote down maybe or maybe not, but some or some not, whatever, may relate to a reading that I've already did. All right. This definitely is going to be a karmic reading. All right. So again, this will be added to the karmic city road streets or city streets playlist. All right. This will be another one of those readings. I'm actually just going to take the one part of it from what I wrote down, and I'm gonna do a reading on that because I'm very curious, but I kind of feel like, depending on what comes out, I feel like I already know what I'm like speculating. All right, because I was getting a lot of now it's like I be trying not to get signs or messages or whatever, but I just feel like that's what it is now, I guess. I be definitely minding my business, and you do have, well, for me, I know I have instances where I'm out and about and it's literally people that I feel like that are intentionally trying to irritate me, basically irritate my spirit. All right, so not only do I be getting signs and messages, but I have to deal with that also. But yeah, so the part of what I wrote down that I'm going to do a reading on, I got a message. It was a message. It was like a sign in the message. All right, I feel like this is the second time this happened. Well, the second time I got this message in this way, in this form. All right, because like I said, nowadays, especially in my world where I'm at, I feel like people be like, they be telling on themselves. They tell on themselves because they'll be saying something, and it's not that they're saying it to me, it's that they're saying it and they're saying it loud. And then how I feel like I pick up on it is like how it's being said, what is being said, how it's being said, and like I feel like the dialogue of what they be using and stuff, I be picking up from off of that. And already I be putting my own kind of like somewhat mental pieces in my head or something. But yeah, because I feel like that's what a lot of people been doing. Like, and this ain't even the beginning. This been going on since whenever I really started picking it up, or no, like really my sense has been like zoning in on it. So that probably have been like since maybe before 2020, I'm gonna say, because of everything over the last 6+ years. Yeah, so it's like basically, and it's like why I say people be telling on themselves, because they be blurting out stuff, like they just blurt it out like they diarrhea of the mouth, and they're saying stuff that, again, they're not, it's not like they're saying it directly to me, but they're saying it, first of all, they're saying it loud enough so that I can hear them. Second of all, again, I said it's the dialogue of what they're saying, what and how and so forth. And then again, like, I just be putting 2 and 2 together, whether I'm gonna like react to it or not. So the last time I kind of reacted to it, and but it was like I was just saying something out loud, and then, like, sometimes I do that because I really be wanting people to leave me alone. Like, stop trying to antagonize me. Stop trying to do things to go against me, because you wouldn't want that type of stuff being done to you. Like, and then people trying to treat you like, you're not an adult, or they try to treat you like they so perfect and stuff, like they never had no relationship problems or issue or just whatever. So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, so this was the second time I got a message in this way. But it's okay, so this not the first time I got a message like that, but it's from a different person. Like I said, it's basically people telling on themselves, but it's like them telling on themselves where it's like diarrhea of the mouth. Like, they can't hold it in, they gotta say it. And whatever they saying, it's not that they're saying my name, they're not directly saying out my government, whatever part of my government, well, mainly my first name, my government name, first name. They're not saying that. It's just I'm picking up on what they saying. And then sometimes when they'll say certain stuff where they telling on themselves and they diarrhea of the mouth, I will look their way and give them some type of give them some type of sign, basically looking at them, telling them that I know, basically I know what you trying to say, and sometimes I just like leave it alone. Or like the last time, like I said, for this particular for this particular time, the first time I kind of reacted to it, but I was just saying something out loud just to be like, because sometimes I do that, and then then they'll keep going on with their conversation, acting like, that's not what they was just talking about, or sometimes they'll keep going, but I just still be like, basically like, brushing it off. But then it's still like, it's annoying because, people keep trying to go over something or about something or whatever, this, that, and the third. They keep trying to go over this over and over and till like they just keep having a diarrhea. Like they keep somebody constantly have to keep going back to the bathroom because they got diarrhea, or like somebody having to go to the bathroom because like say somebody put some type of laxative in their food or something, and then they have no choice, they gotta keep going back to the bathroom. Basically, that's kind of what I feel like it is, either until we end up separating from each other. So it's like me going my way and they go their way. But okay, so the part of what I'm going to do the reading on is the message was everybody know the whole. So this is basically kind of like how they were saying is like everybody know, the whole world know. That's the main part that I picked up on. And then it's like always sometime when they are telling on themselves and their diarrhea of the mouth, and they're so loud that they want you to hear. They don't be using their inside voice. They gotta use their outside voice, like they yelling to the person that's all the way across the street from them, and they on the other side of the street, or somebody all the way down one part of the street and the other person all the way down the other part of the street. Yeah, so that's the part that they was saying, that's the part that was being said loud enough so that I heard it. It was said everybody know, the whole world know, or I don't know if they also said the whole world know by now or something like that. But I'm gonna do a reading on that part of the messages or the signs that I was getting or whatever, and I was writing it down, or I wrote it down tonight. All right, so I'm gonna start off with, I feel like I'm being guided to use the horror deck, so I'm gonna start off with that. All right, if I need to break this down into 2 videos, because I know it's probably gonna be like an hour, I will do that. Yep, so everybody know, the whole world know. Yeah, split the deck, Trickster to book. All right, Trickster is the It movie. The book is the Babadook. Yeah, and I still have never seen that movie yet. So split the deck with Trickster and Babadook. Or, excuse me, It movie and Babadook movie. And Trickster book, alright? Let me make sure all the cards is up in the right, in the upright, and then if they come out in reverse, then they come out in reverse. Hold on. I also feel like it's kind of like when they be telling on themselves and they diarrhea of the mouth, it's how the tone of it's being said. Like I said, it could be where, you know, excuse me, trying to fix myself a little bit. It could be where it's like, you know, what is being said, what's being transpired is like, there might be some type of like laughter before, and it'd be that, like, that funny, it'd be that type of laugh that, you know, they trying to say something and they trying to be funny about it. All right, so, or like I said, if I'm close enough, majority of the time from the past, or it has been where I've been close enough where I can make eye, you know, I'm in the peripheral, or I'm looking in the project, you know, in that way. My body is in that way that I could be right, you know, looking at the other person basically. And then either they'll give me like that weird smile on their face. It's just a lot of stuff that, you know. But anyways, while I was going to unpause the video, illness and friendship. Wow, and look what's behind those 2. Illness, friendship, and love. So illness and friendship fell out, and then love is at the back of the deck. Alright, so all of the cards is up in the right, in the upright. Everybody knows, whole world know. Let's get 4 cards at least from this deck. Everybody know, whole world know. We got 2. Oh, nope, we're not taking those. Alright, so the first one out, we got Children of the Night. That's coming out in the upright. You have Shock coming out in the upright. Alright. The other side is at the back of the deck. I think those is one of the ones I just put back. Alright, could we get 2 more? Everybody know, the whole world know. And then I was also thinking, like, this may not have nothing to do with me, but it's just like, again, I still feel like people be telling on themselves, and it's like this whole diarrhea of the mouth type thing. It's like they can't hold it in and then it's like every time something is being said, yeah, look, the deep. Every time something is being said, it's like I'm right there, you know, or I'm right in the area or whatever. So I see 81 on my heater, which breaks down to 9. Somebody could be born in 81. Everybody knows, whole world knows. We got Fate and we got Earth at the back of the deck. What's coming down from the bottom of the deck is Egg. So Earth at the back of the deck, and then Egg is coming down from the bottom. So we got Children of the Night, Shock, and Fate, which is all in the upright. Right, that movie, I forgot what movie that is. Could we get one more for this energy out here? Everybody know, the whole world know. Everybody know, the whole world know. Could we get one more? We got Forbidden. Alright, that is the Candyman movie. We got Curse at the back of the deck. Curse followed by Warrior, Escape, Fire, Harvest, Animal, Nature, Experience, and Neighbors. Alright, so Curse, Warrior, Escape, Fire, Harvest, Animal, Nature, Experience. Alright, I wanted the Sage in the beginning, but I'm gonna have to do this I'm gonna have to do it when I'm done with the video. Now I accidentally shuffle and Genius is at the back of the deck. Genius, Dance, Trap, Trickster, Help Me, The Deep, Water, Combination, Egg, Hunger. Alright, so Children of the Night, Shock, Fate, Forbidden. I'm kind of feeling like I should get one more. Or should I just leave that at the back of the deck? But let's see. Could we get one more for this energy? Everybody know, whole world know. Wow, Obsession just fell out. And then we have Family at the back of the deck. Alright, so now we got Obsession out here. We got Children of the Night, Shock, Fate, Forbidden, and Obsession. Still with Family at the back of the deck. Alright, so do I want to leave this one up here? Or leave that up here? I kind of do. So let's see if I can move these over a little bit so I can leave the whole deck up here. Okay, so yeah, so everybody know, whole world know. So this could have something to do with family, something that was forbidden in regards to family, something that was forbidden in regards to some type of obsession that have to do with family. I don't know. All right, we've seen a lot of other cards came out in the midst of these cards coming out. Yeah, so Children of the Night, that's the first one. Children of the Night, which is the Dracula movie that came out in 1931. What music they make? Upright, it says make it a night to remember. All right, that's so all of them came out in the upright. Next is Shock. All right, I don't remember what movie that is. Okay, Shock is the Psycho movie. All right, in the upright it says I just want to make a change. The upright is Don't Let Your Guard Down. So this is the Psycho movie. This came out in 1960. Make it a night to remember. Don't Let Your Guard Down. You got Fate, which is, again, some of these movies I've seen before, watched before. Some of them I haven't. All right, we got It Follows. All right, this movie is called It Follows, which came out in 2014. It says whatever helps it get close to you. All right, upright, it says determine your own fate. All right, next is Forbidden, which is the Candyman movie. Candyman movie came out in 1992. Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. You say that 4 times, all right? The upright meaning is proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. All right, and the last one is Obsession. Actually, I'm gonna read the other one at the back of the deck too. But Obsession is the Phantom of the Opera. Came out in 1925. It says, I have brought you here 5 cellars underground because I love you. The upright meaning it says dial it down. Hype usually leads to disappointment. Again, that is dial it down. Hype usually leads to disappointment. Back of the deck is family. It says Hereditary. This is the movie called Hereditary, which came out in actually, Hereditary came out in 2018. It says you know you were her favorite, right? Question mark. The upright meaning is strive to live up to expectations. All right, so Children of the Night. Make it a night to remember. Dang, I forgot already. Make it a night to remember. Caution, I think it was. Make it a night to remember. Okay, don't let your guard down. Don't let your guard down. Fate is determine your own fate. Don't let your guard down. Determine your own fate. Forbidden was caution, going forward or something. Yeah, proceed with caution. Obsession was dial it down. Hype usually leads to disappointment. With family at the back of the deck. And family was strive to live up to expectations. So this has to do with somebody within a family or something pertaining to a family. Something with them doing something at their own risk, or because family is the Hereditary movie. So Hereditary, I believe that talks about Hereditary. The definition is like something that is like common or known to be in a family, or like I guess kind of like passed down or something. Yeah, let me see. Let's Google that. I'm gonna Google the definition. All right, so if you look up the movie, or excuse me, if you're going to look it up, the movie Hereditary, if you're looking it up as the definition, the movie that is listed, or the movie that is put in the book is actually comes up first. All right, so I'm gonna read that too. They got a couple places where it's talking about the movie. So it says, when the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter and grandchildren begin to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry, trying to outrun the sinister fate they have inherited. All right, so again, this movie came out in 2018. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. So if you haven't watched that movie, if you want to go watch it, go ahead and watch it. It's a horror movie. All right, we are slowly, gradually coming upon the Halloween, that time of the year, season. All right, let's look up the definition. Hereditary, it says, of a title, office, or rights conferred by or based on inheritance. It also is described as something like a trait, disease, or title that is passed down or capable of being passed down genetically from a parent to their offspring. So what somebody was, and this is basically feel like this is what I was feeling like, or something to the effect. Yeah. Yep, because it says the example of Hereditary, it says it refers to the transmission of characteristics through genes contained in sperm and egg cells, or by lineage, such as a hereditary aristocracy or title passed from one generation to the next. It also says inherited traits. This includes both physical characteristics and conditions like hereditary diseases that are carried in the genes. The concept, so generational passing, the concept also extends to non-biological contexts such as hereditary titles, positions, or even shared prejudices passed down through families over time. Figure. All right, so yeah. Oh, there was also something in regards to hereditary to Hindu. Something it said. What does hereditary mean in Hindu or something it was saying? Let me see. I also just saw something about mental illness or something. Okay, so yeah, it's a people also ask, what mental illness does Annie have in Hereditary? Which I'm assuming is the movie. It says the main character, Annie Graham, a person who has mental issues with bipolar disorder, personality disorder, schizophrenia, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, parentheses, tries to keep alive despite the fact that her life is extremely challenging and stressful. And you know what? Like I said, I wasn't even gonna bring up nothing else that I wrote down. But this must gotta relate since I just read that, because one of the things that I also wrote down was that I'm on my way coming back to the apartment, and I've experienced this time again. And side note from that, I've watched people videos because I'm into watching whatever catches my eye, whatever I feel like I want to click on, whether it's readings or other type of videos, blogs, whatever. I'm clicking on it because I want to watch it, because that's what it's there for. That's the whole purpose of YouTube or even Instagram or whatever. I click on it because it catches my eye or whatever, and for whatever reason I wanna watch the video. I want to learn something more or whatever. So it's been videos online where they talk about how people calling you crazy and stuff, but in actuality them calling you crazy, especially if you somebody that, like, it says something about bipolar disorder. I'm really going with what it said, because it say bipolar disorder, personality disorder, schizophrenia, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. So schizophrenia is sticking out the most to me because I wrote that down in my paper. Like, I wrote it down on my paper, and I was writing it down because I felt like when I was on my way coming home, I don't know if it's gonna show up, but I wrote it right there. Yeah, I wrote it right there. It was a guy. So we had to go from downtown, the transit center, to come. I got on the bus at the transit center downtown. He got on the bus that I got on, and he was already like, and I've experienced more than a few people in my life so far that that do what he do. They like, I kind of do that, but I'm not. I know I don't got no mental disorder because I never got diagnosed for none of that. I just used to always say that back in the day, like when I was writing in my diary and so forth, and even before that, that I was bipolar. But I have never got diagnosed or never have been diagnosed to be bipolar. I feel like I am the way I am because I was the youngest child that my mom raised, that adopted me. And then also that because of a lot of stuff that I experienced, like I was really because I know it had to be some other type of traumatic situation that happened. I'm just not knowing of exactly what it is because I have not been told nothing. Like, nobody don't want to tell me nothing, or it's being kept locked in a box and locked up. But I feel like I be so kind of like not, I be kind of outspoken, and I'm allowed to. I'm an adult. Like, people always trying to, noticed that I've experienced that once I got to the age where I've been very voiceful about stuff, or wanting to have my opinion about stuff, or expressing how I feel about stuff, people always want to try to downplay my feelings, or how I feel about things, or how I'm supposed to express myself. Like, I'm supposed to express myself like everybody else. I feel like I should be allowed to express myself how I want to express myself, as long as I'm not physically putting my hands on you. Then if I put my hands on you, then you would think that would be another story. That would be a whole nother part of it. But if I'm not putting my hands on you, I should be able to express myself how I want to, because I don't want to be like nobody else. Nobody is the same. And we already know there's plenty of examples of people expressing themselves and expressing how they feel about what they feel about whatever, this, that, and the third. People, places, and things. So, yeah. And it's like, I watch all this stuff online, videos come up, whatever, now and then, about how, people that are dealing with these mental illnesses, and, they're not being, well, they might be being prescribed meds, but they're not taking them. So, for instance, like when I was on the bus, the guy got on the bus and he was just like going at it. He was just talking as if he was talking to somebody like right there next to him, but it wasn't. He was just talking out loud. He was saying a lot of stuff. So he was at the front of the bus first, and then he had to come back there by me. I'm like, oh God, because when I'm out, I just want to be left alone. Like, especially if it's like stuff like that, I don't want to be being bothered, because you don't know what they're gonna do. Like, you really don't. You don't know what they're gonna do. I see 1010 on the alarm right now, so you really don't know what they're gonna do. And so he was at the front of the bus. Once it pulled off, he was at the front of the bus. Then he made his way to come back and sit behind me. So I'm like, oh my God. I said, don't come back here, something to that effect. I said that out loud. And I said, don't come. But I wasn't yelling. But I let him know that I wanted him to hear me. Because, first of all, I got stuff on me. And if I could get to it and be able to get it out, I'm going to use it. Because you're not going to do no harm to me. And that's just period, point blank. I'm sorry to say it like that, but what else I'm gonna do? Because I feel like in that situation, like we already just seen with the lady that got, unalived on that they showing that video online and everything. I would say 80% of it, nobody's not gonna help. You're gonna be trying to defend yourself. Nobody's gonna help you. But then you never know. It might be one person, but you just never know. You just don't know. So he came and sat behind me, and I'm like, don't come back here with that, don't come back here, but he did end up still like talking and all that, but he didn't touch me. He stayed in his seat, and he just kept talking. So then when I came here and I started writing stuff down, I wrote a couple things down that he was like, at first I wrote down, and I felt like that I think that would be considered schizophrenia. And then he said something about, he brought up somebody's name, and he was talking about drugs. He was talking about women dealing with the same, so I kind of feel like he was with it, but he was going like in and out of it or something, because he kept talking as like, kind of like if he was talking to somebody else, or he was talking, how they say in the third person. I don't know. But he was talking about drugs. He was talking about women dealing with the same man. And I'm listening to him like, okay, and men do that too, And he was just saying all this different stuff. And then he brought up somebody's name. He brought up the name Chris. He said Chris runs everything. He said something like that. He said Chris runs everything. And this was like just before he was about to get off the bus. So I don't know. That may or may not definitely be significant to the cars that's out here. Because like I said, he started off being at the front of the bus. Like, once you get on after the driver, you scan the pay, and then you go sit down. He was sitting at the beginning of the bus. And then he came and sat back by where I was, like, he sat in the seats behind me. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe something about that could be significant. All right, 34 minutes in. Woo! Okay, so let's use, I'm gonna use this deck. I might use more than one deck. Oh yeah, I gotta use the I feel like I should use the Major Arcana deck. So let me grab that. I'm kind of looking at the Romeo deck because Forbidden is out here, Obsession is out here, and then we have Family out here. All right, I'm gonna go to like at least I'm gonna say at least like what, 40 minutes, almost 50 minutes, probably 45 minutes. I'm gonna try to go to, and then I'm gonna start video number 2. All right, so what do we need to see in regards to this energy to clarify children of the night? Everybody know, the whole world know. Clarify the children of the night for this energy out here. All right, we have the Temperance and Sagittarius that is coming out. Temperance and Sagittarius. All right, so children of the night. Something about a motorcycle or a loud room might be significant. Clarify shock for this energy out here. Everybody know, the whole world know. The whole world know. Clarify shock. I'm gonna take that one. I seen that one first. Okay, so we got the Magician, Gemini, Virgo in the reverse. Gemini. I don't know why I'm saying it twice. Or Magician in reverse, Gemini, Virgo. We got Strength and Leo that also came out with the World at the back of the deck. Clarify fate. Everybody know, the whole world know. We got the Devil in Capricorn in the upright. Clarify the Hermit in Virgo just came out. Judgment and Leo at the back of the deck. Let's try that again. Let's see if it comes back out again. Because it definitely might come up in the tarot. Alright. But who knows. Clarify Forbidden. Everybody know, the whole world know. Clarify Forbidden. Everybody know, the whole world know. Okay. 2 cards just came out again. Judgment and Leo is face up. So I'm going to take that one. And what is this? Justice and Libra also came out. High Priestess and Cancer is at the back of the deck. Clarify Obsession. Everybody know, the whole world know. Clarify Obsession. We got the Moon in Pisces. Alright, everything is out here in the upright except for the Magician in reverse. Alright, the Magician is, wait, I don't know why I'm getting sidetracked, but the High Priestess in Cancer is at the back of the deck. The Tower in Aquarius is faced in towards the Star in Aquarius. Alright, so the High Priestess in Cancer is at the back of the deck. Split the deck. The Star in Aquarius to the 6 of Swords. What do we need to see to clarify the Temperance in Sagittarius in regards to everybody know, the whole world know, with the Children of the Night? We got the Chariot in Cancer. So, let's see. Clarify shock with Magician in reverse in regards to everybody know, the whole world know. Clarify shock with the Magician in reverse. 10 of Swords. So I'm getting something about a betrayal All right, something about a betrayal, an ending, a backstabbing. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles to the Three of Wands. Somebody was waiting for some type of Ace of Pentacles, and it's like somebody was waiting for their ships to come in, or waiting for something to, or a message to come in, or something about some type of Ace of Pentacles or something like that. Clarify the Devil and Capricorn to fate. In regards to everybody knows, the whole world knows. The Emperor. And now he's coming out sideways. The Emperor is coming out sideways. The Moon is coming out sideways. So the Moon and the Emperor just came out sideways. The Moon is in Aries. Or excuse me. Ooh. The Emperor is in Aries. The Moon is in Pisces. So something hidden about a father figure, or somebody that was kind of in authority, not in authority. Fate was follow your own, determine your own fate. Something about somebody, or this Emperor sideways, determining, obsessed with determining their own fate in regards to some type of Ten of Swords, or having to do with a Ten of Swords. Yeah, Three of Pentacles just came out. Three of Pentacles to the Four of Cups. Clarify Judgment in Leo to the Forbidden. We got Judgment in Leo again. Wow, double Judgment. I feel like it's definitely giving me already, like I'm getting with the Emperor coming out sideways. It's like this Emperor wasn't standing in their authority. All right, I'm not saying necessarily like in authority where they needed to abuse some type of power or whatever, but for the Emperor to come out sideways, it's something about them. They wasn't standing in their, in their power, their authority as a man, as a masculine, or as in their masculine, because everybody has masculine and feminine energy, yin and yang energy, black and white, dark, light. All right, so that's what I'm getting. How is this? Oh, Lord. Confirmation, but I'm going to have to stop for a minute. Okay, let me just do this one and then I'm going to stop, because this is giving me a notification already. Clarify the Moon in Pisces with obsession. For everybody know, the whole world know. We got the Page of Wands coming out in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Alright, so let me come back and I'll finish because of the notification. I know the phone is about to do the normal stuff it be wanting to do. Alright, so I'm going to pause it I'm going to stop it right here.